What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Welcome to the RNEWS morning show. And let's just jump into it. From r/World News. Anti-vaxxers could be banned from going into work if they refuse COVID jab. Apparently this is already happening. Yay, people are already doing this for travel purposes. Also, for entry into concerts or any event that requires showing a negative test result for entry. If you have COVID and go to one of these events, you deserve the same sentence as attempted murder. My sister's boyfriend's mother contacted my other sister's boyfriend and asked to pay him for his negative COVID test results so that she could go on a cruise or something. Like, just take the freaking test, you absolute moron. Edit. LMAO. Some of these replies are sus AF. The government isn't keeping your DNA and these tests don't violate your freedoms. Go peddle that bull crap on Parlo freaking moon pies. So you're saying I can continue working from home if I refuse the COVID vaccine? Nice. For every normal person seeing this thread and the people cheering this on and getting anxious, please keep in mind that Reddit is the biggest new normal COVID fear porn circle jerk on their internet. If the vaccine was ever made mandatory, there would be armed revolts, strikes, a shutdown of the economy. Biden knows this. Governors know this. It's not going to happen. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/Politics. Donald Trump should concede, put country above his ego, says Barack Obama. Being a mature adult used to be valued. You'd think the Donalds and Karens of the world would learn from social media highlighting their insanity. But I suppose criticism doesn't work when you call everything that you don't agree with fake news. I remember those days. Pepperidge Farm remembers too. Yes, but his supporters. There is a depth to which these people are broken, and there are so many of them. We need to remember that 73 million people still believe that he was worthy. He committed a freaking laundry list of ethical, moral and legal misconduct, and 73 million people never felt like he crossed the line. He's even cheating his own supporters out of their money as we speak. Some of them are out there now, holding rallies where they scream about taking up arms in his defense. I'm telling you guys, this is really fricked up. Once their cult leader is drag kicking and screaming from the White House, what are they going to do next? Are they finally going to calm down, or are they going to start some crap? Trump is pathologically incapable of putting anything above his own ego. He'd rather watch the country burn than admit that he lost. This 60 Minutes interview is great. Looking forward to the book Tuesday. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/Politics. Stolen election is the new birtherism. Scary Philadelphia voted illegally. Obama was born in Africa. The Republican goal is the same. Delegitimize the president and obstruct everything. It's an attack on democracy itself. Simply put, the GOP is trying to dismantle what remains of American democracy in favor of an authoritarian oligarchy where the rich lord over the rest of us. And now our family members, neighbors, and co-workers fanatically support this in the name of freedom. Amazing. The lesson is propaganda works and is effective. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/News. Man arrested in New York City. Attack on actor Rick Moranis. Honey, I punched one of the most likable actors. Let's shrink his dink. Edit. Honey, I shrunk his junk. Apparently this is the third assault on a stranger case currently open against him. He just can't stop hitting random people. NY postcode. Yeah, I once got punched and kicked in the face while wearing glasses. Also on acid, which wasn't ideal. The glasses cut so close to my eye they had to super glue the cuts shut. Too close to stitch. I almost lost the eye. Not fun. WTF, you got jumped on acid. Talk about a surreal bad trip. They might mean they were standing on acid, which would reduce their armor class and make them much easier to hit. Rick Moranis is sacred. That idiot committed an assault on the 90s as a whole. Who the frick would punch Rick Moranis? Lone Star. Still no motive. Some people just want to watch the world burn. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/News. No voting system deleted or lost votes in US election, security groups. We're going to have to go through all of these stupid claims one by one for the next 2 months. I envy your optimism. Even if Trump leaves on Inauguration Day, we'll have to hear their conspiracy BS is probably amplified by the rumored Trump News Network for years to come. Is that where most of the Donald folks went to after they were evicted? I hopped over there to see what conservatives were thinking. But man, that sub is way further right than I expected. That sub is way further right than I expected. That's what I thought when I checked them out too. Is that where most of the Donald folks went to after they were evicted? Unfortunately, I think you are correct. Because when I went to our conservative a few years ago, it was pretty tame. Conservative for sure, but the well thought out kind. As in, at least their reasoning and values were consistent and made sense, so I could respect their opinions even if I didn't agree. If you think our conservative has slipped alt-right, try our conspiracy. Oh man, conspiracy has been so bad lately. They've showed Trump tweets as proof. Just funny. All these hardcore Trump supporters believe there was voter fraud with no evidence but don't believe in COVID and masks when there is scientific evidence. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like. And if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show and I'll see you tomorrow.